felt like I have shortness of breath. Like I feel like my heart's beating at 1,000,000 miles per hour. I feel very emotionally intense, emotionally like sensitive. I feel very heavily right now, I guess. I think it's like I feel like I could cry at any minute, which it's not that out of the norm for me, but it's a little. I feel relatively overstimulated, like just very like not at peace, very like every sound feels very loud. But I don't want to just be like, for lack of better words, a victim to how I'm feeling. Like I know that I have control. I know, like I want to view this as a challenge to make sure I don't stay in this space. It's still 7 a.m. I can turn this day around completely and make it a great day. And I need to get in the habit of that, because I think a lot of times I would just be like, it sucks, I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, but we have so much more control sometimes than we give ourselves, and so I'm just trying to exercise that power, I guess. So yeah, I'll check in later. So it was quite interesting because I knew I had so much to be grateful for, which was why all of the emotions I felt seemed a little out of place. Honestly, I chalked it up to potential pregnancy hormones, or maybe I slept on the wrong side of the bed. Either way, I have been learning that what we give power to has power over us. So I was going to put energy into how I wanted to feel versus how I currently felt. For me, that looked like slowing down, being intentional about where my mind wanders, and directing my energy and thoughts to tangible activities versus staying stuck in my head. So my first thought was, I should bake some cinnamon rolls. Obviously. Something I've never done, by the way, but my mom was craving them the other day, so I figured, why not? Plus, I love a good baking challenge. I like to rise to the occasion. You get it? Rise. I don't think I ever made dough before from scratch. Honestly, I miss the whole sourdough pandemic craze. But focusing on learning new things is such a great way to stay present. The cinnamon rolls were delicious. Everyone was happy. The cream cheese frosting was everything. It was just a win all the way around.
It's good?
Very good. Great idea. I'm not going to take any olives. That's just too much, huh? Too much sugar. Yeah. Freeze it. That's a good idea.
So Texas isn't known for their nature per se. So when I heard about White Rock Creek Park, I got low-key excited. My mom and I went on a mini walk, and it felt so good to be around water, greenery, get some fresh air. The weather was like a perfect 68 degrees. It was beautiful. It's the closest thing I get to fall in Texas. I feel like walks are reminders of the beauty and simplicity. So, two of my favorite quotes that have been reframing my mindset are, energy grows where energy goes, and the second is, nothing changes if nothing changes. Both of these are very relevant to where I'm currently at. Before heading home, we stopped by a local bakery called Layla. We indulged, it was worth it, the food was delicious, a time was had, all the feels. welcome back. So, earlier this week, I had a morning where I was feeling pretty off. I was feeling kind of overwhelmed, and I felt like all my emotions were just super heightened. And it was still relatively early in the morning, but I was like, I don't want this to be the rest of my day. Like, this is exhausting. And I was like, well, what are these little things that I can do to kind of change it around? So, went on a walk with my mom, did like 10,000 steps. Was really a lot more gentle with myself. So if I wanted to take a nap, I actually took a nap and didn't like get mad at myself for doing so. And just like little steps, you know, or if I wanted to make a treat, then I could make a treat. Like, it was just little actions. But the point being is, like, I didn't want to just accept that I was in a bad mood, so I was going to stay in a bad mood. And I think that's what pregnancy has kind of taught me, is that there's a lot that's changing in me right now. My whole body's preparing for a baby. And there's a lot that's gonna continue to change, but there's also a lot of control that I have that I sometimes forget that I have. So it's like, what little actions can I do to not just fall victim to my emotions or my mood or any of my feelings? Just, I want to be in control. And another thing is, like, earlier on this pregnancy, I noticed myself being super indecisive. I noticed myself being like not able to concentrate. And I Googled it because I was like, this is a lot more than normal. And I saw that that's a part of like mommy brain when it comes to pregnancy. And I was like, okay, well, what can I do about it? Because I'm still at that time, I'm still in my first trimester. I have 2 more to go. This would be a long road if I don't nip this in the bud now, or at least be proactive with trying to counteract it. And so when it came to my indecisiveness, I started to just be like, all right, every small decision, I'm going to make it in like 20 seconds. And if it's the wrong one, so be it. But I just need to get in the habit of making decisions and making them fast, versus the alternative is just overthinking about it and then eventually making a decision but feeling very drained. Or when it came to like my lack of concentration, I was like, all right, well, I need to start just not multitasking, slow down and focus on one thing at a time, complete that, and then move on. I'm really proud of myself because I feel like I'm not just allowing my mood to dictate how I'm like, where my day goes or like where my life goes. And so, yeah, that's just my reminders. You have so much more control than sometimes we give ourselves, or we remember that we do. But yeah. Anyways, I'm making a smoothie now. That was another thing. I was getting super lethargic and just sleepy and headaches. And so I was like, all right, well, what am I eating? And I wasn't eating the greatest, so now I'm trying to be more proactive with that. But baby steps. And there's going to be times where you do, like, you're going to feel however you feel, and you just have to allow yourself to feel that way. But there's also times where you're like, I might feel this way, but I can do something about it too. So I hope that made sense. Anyways, thank you for listening to me ramble. It's going to be a good day. As always, thank you for being here. I am forever grateful for you. If there's nothing else you take away from this mini visual diary, I hope it's that you know how powerful you are. I hope y'all have a blessed, beautiful, fulfilling week. Until next time, my friends.
Pardon me, ma'am.
There you go. You look cute. How's your first experience in Buc-ee's?
Oh my God.
Baby stuff.
My first